If you think that chasing your dreams at 30 is inspiring, then probably it's because no one actually tells you how hard this can be. Because I'm 29 and I'm trying to become an actress from zero without money and without connections, and this is the real part that nobody talks about. I feel like online we always see that beautiful part of chasing dreams, but not the real actual journey, not the real behind the scenes, and not the part where we start late. So this is not a motivational video. Maybe for you it is actually, but I'm not pretending to be that motivational coach or something like that. I'm just telling you my real journey while trying to figure things out and while trying to become an actress again. Whatever I feel, whatever I think, everything. This is the real and unfiltered journey of someone at 29 trying to chase her dreams again from zero. If you're new here, hi, I'm Ayashi, and this channel is my open diary, and I will share with you my real journey while chasing my dreams in real time. Sharing every single part of my journey with you, every single step that I take toward my dreams, my fails, my wins, everything unfiltered, raw truth 100%, okay? No sugarcoating, no overnight success. I want you to see the real behind the scenes, the real journey, and what it actually takes to achieve the life of your dreams from zero at 29 and being broke. So if that sounds interesting or inspiring to you, you want to grow with me or just follow my journey, you are more than welcome to subscribe, because we are just getting started and I'm uploading twice every single week on Wednesday and Sunday. So the first struggle that I have and the worst feeling that I'm experiencing is the feeling that I'm starting late, the feeling that I'm starting behind everyone else. When you start acting at this age, you are not starting from zero actually, you're starting behind. There are people who've been training for years before you, people with agencies, contacts, experience, and now there's you. You have nothing. You're just here trying to figure everything out alone. So the problem is not about age anymore, or not about if I look old or whatever. It's not about age, it's about feeling behind everyone else. Because yes, for example, my best friends say to me, well, but think that there are a lot of new actors and actresses that start at your age, that they are debuting in this film or this series on Netflix at 30. And I'm like, nice, but just think about it, because those actors already have experience, already have an agent, already had contacts in order to get that role on Netflix, right? I don't have that. I'm not even in the best place, in the best country for that, because my intention is not acting in Spanish series or TVs or films. It's not my interest, it's not the industry I would like to be into. Here in Spain, it's not the right industry I would love to be in. But here I am. So, of course, it's a little bit harder to get into Asian or American Netflix productions here from Spain. It's not impossible, of course, but it's harder. So the funny thing here is that it's not about age anymore, even though, you know, having 29, having 30, it's something that always worries us, right? The topic of pushing 30 and life ends at 30 and all that stuff. The main problem is that at my age, I don't even have experience. I just worked as an extra for some Netflix series, but I never had an actual role. So what I am supposed to do, because everything in this stage of my life seems like I don't have literally any advantage to start with. That's why it's feeling so heavy and so hard just to start. Now, of course, what's the bigger problem that comes after experience? Money. Yes, I would love to take acting courses. That's something that I wanted to do since I was a child. If you go to this video right here, I'm telling you everything I did since I was a teenager to chase my dreams and to make it happen. And this, of course, was always one of my biggest dreams, to become an actress, right? So I even tried to pay for an acting college, and I couldn't because of money. I couldn't even make it for the first year, so I never actually took acting courses. And this is something that probably nobody tells you, but this industry is just not about talent. It's about access. And access costs money. This is something that an actual actor from Netflix said in one of his YouTube videos. I will let his channel right here. And I think he's right, even though it may hurt, but it's the truth. You can't actually enter this industry without connections. Connections is the most important thing. And how do you get connections? By courses, by meeting people in the industry. And you can't really do that without being there, without having teachers, without being surrounded by people in the industry. So yes, actually money becomes a big wall, and it's so sad and awful at the same time, because even though you can have a lot of skills or talent, none of that actually matters if you don't have enough money to get there. Now, this is also the hardest part for me, because it's not about material things anymore or age, but about mindset. Not rejections, not auditions. It's the own mental battle that you have with yourself every single day. It's that voice in your head every single day saying, aren't you too late? But are you sure you don't want to just go and get a common job, but you're broke? What are you doing with your life? Be realistic. Maybe this is not for you. Maybe you are not meant to be an actress. Let's be honest. Like, we as an artist, we always have these thoughts, even though nobody's talking about it. But it's normal. And I don't want to say that I never have these kind of thoughts, because I have them. I don't let them manipulate me and my mindset at the end of the day. The problem is worrying about these thoughts and paying attention to them. What I personally do, even though I have these thoughts and this fear and these doubts, I just ignore them and keep going. Literally just keep going and taking action no matter what. That's the most important thing at the end, because we can see a lot of manifestations out there on the internet, but what nobody talks about is that you can actually still manifesting even though you have doubts. Because I did that, and I manifested the impossible even though I had doubts and fear at that moment, and I wasn't 100% believing that that is actually possible, and even though it happened. So that's my advice, because I know that we as artists used to overthink a lot. Life responsibilities, huge problem right here. And yes, this is also related to age, right? Because when you are young, you can just go to castings, try this, try that. When you're an adult, you have, of course, to pay bills, you have responsibilities, you have rent. You can't just freely chase your dreams anymore. Everything feels like a risk, and especially, again, if you don't have enough money, if you don't have a budget to invest in your dream. This is also, of course, related to time. If you have responsibilities, if you have bills to pay and this and that, of course, you can't invest 100% of your time just in chasing your dream. And by the way, if this is something that you also are struggling with, go watch this video, because I'm explaining here how I used to manage my time to chase my dreams, have my own hobbies, and at the same time, of course, have an income and work on my businesses. I know that we used to be multi-passionate people, and this is something that I was struggling with for many years of my life, and I finally got the solution. So if this is something you can be interested in, go watch that video. So of course, it's also annoying at the same time, right? Because I can't 100% focus and work in chasing my dream. And of course, you have to live in the house, you have to pay for your bills, you have to pay for your food, you have to make your own food, you have to just be an adult. Even though I have a decent amount of emergency savings in my bank account right now, I just can't afford to invest that money in acting courses or things related to acting. I can't afford to pay around $5,000 for 2 years of acting courses. So yes, somehow you gotta choose between your responsibilities and your dream. Now, another big problem for me is that you don't have a clear path. There's no a roadmap. No one actually tells you, do this and you will make it. You're just guessing, you're just trying. You're just figuring things out by yourself, failing and trying again and failing again and trying again. And I know that you may be thinking, okay, but that's how literally everything else works, right? Because nothing in life is guaranteed, right? And yes, you're right, but at the same time, sometimes, I don't know if someone else feels like this, if someone relates, but sometimes this can feel so hard that I wish I could born different, the opposite that I'm right now. I could be just normal, let's say, because the common path used to be more clear and easy than this one. For example, if I... The heck? The heck is going on outside? What? Okay. If I want, for example, to become a doctor, of course it's not easy. I'm not saying that it's easy, but the path, it's more clear, right? I know I gotta study so hard, have good grades, go to college, then study a master, whatever I need. And then after finishing my studies, I will be sent for an internship in whatever university hospital of my city. And then I will practice, I will get experience, and probably if that hospital consider that I'm doing a good job, then I can still work in there probably all my life if I want. I have friends who did that, who studied medicine, and they now are working at an hospital. It's definitely not easy as well, I repeat, but I'm talking about the path, not if it's harder or easier. But now tell me what I am supposed to do right now in order to achieve my dream, in order to get there, in order to become an actress. If someone actually knows the direct path to that, let me know in the comments. Even though I could afford acting courses, that doesn't guarantee anything. And how many actors we know took a lot of acting courses, paid for a lot of video books, agencies, whatever, and actually have experience, and even though they don't get any role or they don't get any casting, how many actors are talking about that? Because it's a real problem, right? It's not that easy. And even though you can get a lot of castings, that doesn't guarantee that you will get that role. Maybe the director doesn't like your videotape. So yeah, this point is something that I struggle with a lot every single day of my life. I just hate uncertainty, and I hate not knowing what's next, what will happen, what I have to do, like what's the next step. So figuring things out by myself feels even more hard and even more heavy. Now, I thought that this point will also be something important, and it's the loneliness that you can feel. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one doing this. People around me just don't get it, don't understand why I'm doing this. So it's very important to have friends who support you, or family, or just, be surrounded with like-minded people. For me, that's my YouTube channel, so that's why I'm here, and I love reading your comments. I love talking with you. I love just sharing our experience, our dreams, and our struggles, because I don't feel that lonely anymore, chasing this impossible dream and impossible path at this impossible age. Having this channel is something that improved a lot this point for me, and I really suggest you, if you don't have a YouTube channel, you can maybe join whatever community or whatever chat, whatever group that you feel comfortable with like-minded people or people that are chasing the same dream as you. By the way, I just want to thank you one more time for your support and your kind comments, because you support me, I support you, and I want to see you succeed. And one of the reasons why I'm working right now on my dreams, even though I have doubts, is because of you, because I want to be the proof, and I want to inspire you to do the same. So remember that if I can, you can. You already can see that I literally don't have any single advantage, and still here I am, okay? So we can do this. We got it. Keep following my journey, because I will have you updated with every single thing that will happen in my life. Because here's the thing, even though I know all of this, and even though I was mentioning all the struggles that I'm having with this right now, I still want to try, and that's the important thing. And you know why? Because the idea of not trying at all, that's what scares me the most. The idea of being 40 or 50, regretting all my life, not trying one more time when I could. So I don't know if I will make it, I don't know how long it will take, but I know one thing. I would rather fail trying than spend the rest of my life just wondering what would have happened. So the final message for this video actually is just to keep trying. It's to move forward and to take action toward your dreams no matter what, because yes, we can mention a lot of struggles, we can mention a lot of doubts or fear, but at the end I'm still here, and at the end I'm still believing in my dream and still believing in me, and I'm still taking action even though it's just a little step every day. So I would love you to do the same. So I would like to ask you to do the same and share your experience and your journey and your story with me in the comments down below, because I'm reading everything. I love all the comments and I'm answering every comment. And also let me know in the comments what dream you're still holding on to, because I want to know your story. If you think that you are too late to chase your dreams because of your age, I highly suggest you to go watch this video next, because I'm actually talking about chasing your dreams at 30, and I'm discussing this huge topic of, is really life ending at 30? Or is just another lie of social media? See you there, and thank you so much for watching.